Hey everyone, it's me Michelle again, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, I'm coming back with another What's for Dinner. I made 3 recipes this time, or recorded 3 to post and share. If you're looking for some inspiration, just keep on watching. For the first night, we ended up doing tacos, and I'm making it. I use a pound of ground turkey. You can use ground beef if that's what you prefer. And then I also mix it in with a can of refried beans. This is just to make the meat stretch a little bit more. We're a family of 6, so any way that I can save money and make food go further, I absolutely take advantage of it. This is just one of the ways. If you don't like it, you don't have to add it in. It'll be the same. It's just simple tacos. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to make tacos. And I mix that in, and then I add in a packet of the taco seasoning and cook that all together. This is still awfully pink, but I did cook it down and get all of the liquid out. That is the one downside to using ground turkey instead, is it tends to be a little watery, but you cook it and it all evaporates. And the next thing I'm making to go with them is this box of Spanish rice. Just doing it how it shows on the box, where you add in the butter and you brown it a little bit, or you toast the rice and then add in the can of green tomatoes and chilies. And this was just because I didn't know what to pair with it. My kids want more than just a taco. They said it wasn't enough. I agree when you're just eating one, so I made this too. And they ended up eating it. They really like rice, so anytime I make these little boxes, they enjoy them, plus they come in handy. Is it homemade? I opened the box at home, so we're just going to go with that. And this is what it looked like when it was finished. My kids ate everything, added a little sour cream and sriracha to the rice, and then I grilled the burritos. Up next, I am doing spaghetti. I usually try to do pasta at least once a week because it's my oldest favorite, and I try to cook at least one thing each week that I know that my kids or my husband eats. I swap whose night it's going to be. And this was pasta night, and I decided to make my own sauce instead of just opening a jar. I had the time, so I started with adding in a bell pepper and an onion and some butter just to let that brown. And then I also added in a can of diced tomatoes to that. While those were cooking, I browned up a pound of ground Italian sausage. This one was a sweet Italian sausage. I had shown it in my grocery haul for the last one that I did. I chose this one. I'll end up using the spicy one for something else. My kids aren't huge on spice, but they do like this one, so I'm going to end up making like a meat sauce with it. And here I'm just making sure that the bell peppers and onions are cooked down, just because I don't want to bite into anything raw in a tomato sauce. I let this simmer too after I added in my can of tomato sauce. I used the large one, and then I'm going to be adding a bunch of garlic. And when I do the seasonings, I'll list them on the bottom. I kind of like to do that because when I get to seasoning, I don't measure anything, so I'm eyeballing it as I go through and I edit, but I also forget the order in which I put them in, so I will have everything rolling on the bottom if you want to see what I use, and like a rough guess of what that measurement is going to be. And the other not controversial thing, I added like a tablespoon of sugar to my sauce just to cut the acid, and that's really it. You don't have to put it in there if you don't want to. I've done it with and without. It really just preference. My husband prefers it that way, but I've done both, and it's good both ways. And this is what it looked like when it was finished. I just paired it with a Caesar salad, one of the bag mix, and then I also did some breadsticks. This last recipe is some creamy Dijon mustard pork chops, except that I didn't have Dijon mustard, so I used spicy brown, but you can use Dijon is what I usually use if I have it. I'm starting off by just sauteing my back of pork chops off in some butter, adding some Tony's seasoning to it. It's Cajun seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, and then just letting that do its thing until they get browned. And I'm going to flip. These aren't as brown as I want them to be either. I'm just flipping them at this point so I can season the opposite side. And we're going to let those go and do their thing in the pan. Once those have gone for a little bit longer, I'm going to take them out and put them on a plate. We're going to be putting them back in the oven to finish the cooking process. We're just taking the pan drippings and adding in some garlic, a pretty good amount of garlic. I like to be able to taste it when I put this stuff in, so I use quite a bit. You don't have to use as much as I do, it's just preference. And then the rest of this container of heavy whipping cream, and that's about a cup. And then the mustard, and I'm going to stir it around and get this going, get a little bubble on the sauce, and then I'm going to add the pork chops back in and then add them to the oven at 350 for about another 15 to 20 minutes just to make sure they're cooked all the way through. And then I just paired it with some mashed potatoes and some corn, and that is what we ate for dinner on this last one. And that is all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like seeing these kind of videos, just let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.